All right, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. It is a very beautiful afternoon here in Southeast Asia, Malaysia. You are in Africa, you are in your afternoon, I guess. In Europe, in America, in Canada, wherever you are, in Qatar, Dubai, South Korea, I'm welcoming you all. Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, any part of the world you are watching me, I am grateful. I want you to keep faith in me because on this channel, we make it our own. It is for us. Like the video, share the video, and let me hear from you in the comment section. And if it's your first time, kindly subscribe to the channel and on your notification bell so that you'll be updated on any subsequent exclusives that will be coming. Dear friend, let's get started. Tomorrow's game is going to be a very tough one against Brighton. For sure, we know. We know what Brighton can do. They are not a team to ride, just ride on. No. They are a team that can disgrace you. They can embarrass you. Brighton, they can do you a... They are one of those teams you can never predict what will happen. And looking at Chelsea's standard of performance right now, Chelsea itself is a club or a team right now that we cannot predict. Going into the game against Brighton, it's going to be very difficult to predict. Even though, as a Chelsea fan, my heart's still with Chelsea to win. But I know it's not going to be easy. Hey, look, one of the problems that Chelsea is going to face tomorrow is Caicedo, midfield problem, midfield battle. Let me hear from you in the comment section. Would you like to see Caicedo play in tomorrow's game? I would have wished that the coach would find a way out that he will not play. He made a statement regarding Caicedo. And let me read for you what he said. He said, Mauricio Pochettino has told Chelsea's Moses Caicedo to free his mind as the Blues boss tried to get the emotional Ecuador midfielder back on track. Pochettino splashed out a British record £115 million to sign Caicedo from Brighton in August. That's the Blues or Chelsea, but they said Pochettino, whichever way. But the 22-year-olds frequent 11,000-mile round trip to South America to play for Ecuador have limited the time he has been able to spend working with Pochettino and his coaching staff. Recovering from a red card on his disastrous debut against West Ham, Caicedo has become a regular in Pochettino's side, but is yet to recapture his superb Brighton form, and he's going to face Brighton. He revealed in an interview with Chelsea's website this week that he spent much of his first 10 days in England alone in a hotel room in tears due to homesick. And after joining Brighton from Ecuador's Independiente del Valle in 2021, Caicedo went on to become one of the key figures for Brighton in their rise up the Premier League, sparking a bidding war between Liverpool and Chelsea earlier this year. When we signed him, we knew what is going to happen. He is an emotional guy, an emotional player that needs time to recover. Pochettino told reporters yesterday during the press conference. It didn't help also the international games, traveling to Ecuador, to South America. That is really tough every single month, 2 or 3 weeks, then go 10 to 12 days away. Then come back, sometimes with some injury. It's not an excuse, but it's the reality. In some situations like this, we need to give time and not to be unfair in the way that we assess him. In a bid to help Caicedo settle at Chelsea, Pochettino met with his star one-on-one situation to discuss the issue. Pochettino had a discussion with him. Well, personally, I know if we are to win tomorrow's game, partly will depend on Caicedo. But can we manage the game without Caicedo? Because he is very emotional. Going to play against his former team. And don't forget, Roberto De Zerbi knows Caicedo more than we know him. Yes, he knows Caicedo more than we know Caicedo. What we do? That is where, if Lavia was to be available, this is where things can change for us. So let's hope. In my first video, There's a possibility Lavia will be playing tomorrow. There's a possibility. Even though the coach made it very clear that they are going to assess Lavia today, Saturday. As at yesterday, they could not because he was not even part of training yesterday morning. But Nkunku was part of training. So Nkunku has more chance, about 90% chance of playing in Sunday's game. But Lavia will be assessed today. If Lavia is available, do you think Caicedo should still be asked to play in tomorrow's game? I don't think so. Otherwise, if Lavia is available to play, then Caicedo should just be on the bench against Brighton. That is my opinion. Let me hear from you in the comment section as well what you think. What you think. That midfield role is very important, very crucial in tomorrow's game. Remember, De Zerbi knows Caicedo more than you and I will know him. Caicedo is an emotional guy, playing against his former team, against his former teammates. How do you think he's going to fare? Let me know from you in the comment section, my dear friend. Pochettino slammed his side after the defeat against Newcastle, which left them 10th on 16 points, saying it was their worst game of the season. Asked about his words, Pochettino told reporters, "It is important the players feel the coaches in a natural way. When we are angry and when we are happy, we are happy." He was asked about his reaction towards the players when we lost against Newcastle and his anger. He said, yes, the players must know the coaches in their natural way. When they are angry with them and when they are happy. Asked about his words, that is what he said. He said, we are tough in our analysis, but tough is to show the thing we didn't do. But it's not to blame them. We are a young team. Sometimes we need to be tough on them to learn. Sometimes we need to be nice. It's not about afterwards we feel really well because we talk in a certain way. It's about getting what we want. If we are helping, that is the most important thing. That is the most important thing. I to some extent, look, sometimes you need to be tough in order to correct things or to get things done in the right way. Remember, Brighton is above us on the league table. Brighton is 8th. We are 10th on the league table. And they are the team we are facing tomorrow. And they travel over the weekend to play in Europa League game. They travel. They play and they qualify for the next stage, the last 16 of the Europa League. They qualified already. That should tell you that they are not a team to just play around with. They are very good. Are we to see Caicedo tomorrow in the game? Or you think Romeo Lavia, who can equally play the same role, should feature? Emotional Caicedo. I'll see you in the next one. Shalom and peace.